Hi guys and welcome to another FIFA video, and today guys I'm going to be giving you some very exciting news that will be coming for FIFA 22, which is about 2 months away now. Club Heroes is going to be a new feature for FIFA 22, which will kind of work similar to Icons, except the card stats won't be insane, and they'll still be obviously good, but they won't be quite as insane as Icon stats, and it doesn't look like they'll have as many variations of cards as what Icons have, which is currently 4 variations going from the base up to the Moments cards. With these Club Heroes at the moment, they've only been confirmed to have 1 version. I personally think that as we kind of get in towards the game cycle, they'll have 2 versions, will be the base version, and then they'll have a Moments version, which will probably get released around Christmas time or something like that. That's what I reckon EA will personally do with these cards. But a lot of them have already been confirmed, and Footwatch on Twitch has been going through all the in-game stats. So today, once I finished work, I was kind of going through every single player that has been given the correct in-game stats, or in-game stats that haven't been bugged out. There's 3 cards that have been confirmed as Club Heroes where their in-game stats are slightly bugged out. There's a Saudi Arabian striker, there's Diego Milito, and there's also Elder, the former Brazilian player. Those 3 players have their in-game stats bugged out at the moment, so we don't actually know what overall rating / what overall stats their cards will have, but all the other cards that have been confirmed so far as Club Heroes have been able to get their overall ratings for, and all their overall stats. If you want to have a look at their in-game stats, you can head over to Footwatch on Twitter, where he provides the exact in-game stats. I was basically going through this all on the foot calculator to get all the right overall stats for these players, and some of them look insane. Now, another thing before we get into the actual players as well, we don't know if Club Heroes are just going to kind of play for one club, similar to Icons. Obviously, there's the Icon Club. Will Club Heroes have the Club Hero Club, or will they potentially have something where, so for example, Joe Cole played his best football probably for Chelsea, Ginola played his best football for Tottenham Hotspur, so will they be given cards based on the clubs that they played their best football at? So will they get the licensing, so could Joe Cole get a licensing to play as a Chelsea player? We don't exactly know, or will they just be under the Club Hero Club effectively? That's something that we're still waiting to find out, but the main basis of this video is looking at the overall stats of the cards. So we'll start off. We're going big. Ginola, 89 rated. Now, he did play a portion of his career as a central base player, but the majority of his career was on the left-hand side. Another thing is, we don't 100% know what the actual position of every single card is going to be, but we can certainly get a good idea, based on where he played for in the career. And the majority of his career was played on the left-hand side. And I think he will be coming in as a left midfielder, certainly for this 89 rated card. 90 pace and 90 dribbling. He's certainly one of the better, he's going to be one of the more sought-after players, 100%. You think again on the left-hand side, Icons that are French. Henri's got a baby card, which is okay at the start of the game, but even the Perez cards, they're not great. So I think Gino's going to become a really, really good, Icon type of, not Brazilian, although he isn't an Icon, he's going to be a Club Hero. He's probably going to be better than any of the Perez cards that are available in the game. He's going to be better than, okay, fair enough, there is the 90 Henri, but, dribbling for Ginola is going to be absolutely fantastic, and I think he could be potentially, the best left-hand sided player available at the start of FIFA 22. So he looks insane. Campos, 87 rated, who actually played a very slight portion of his career as well as a striker, but the majority of his career as a goalkeeper. 87 rated, but his stats look insane. 83 speed. He's going to be he might be the quickest goalkeeper we've ever had in FIFA. Reflexes, diving, again, absolutely insane. And all these stats that I've been able to get the overall stats from have come from Footwatch providing the in-game stats for these cards. So 87 Campos there. Very exciting. Then 87 Cordoba is off from Colombia. 88 pace in this card. Very nice defending and physicality as well. He is going to be a very good... See, the thing is, a lot of these cards, they're all going to be very usable at the start of the game, but what I'm hoping EA do, we don't know yet if they're going to be given all the variations that the usual icons get. So, of course, every single icon right now in Ultimate Team gets themselves 4 versions over the course of the year. The base, the mid, the prime, and the moment. Now, I personally think, although I don't know for certain, I think what EA will do with these Club Hero cards is they're going to give 2 variations. So obviously these will be their base cards, and then look at and then I reckon EA might do a promo around Christmas time or something like that to kind of we usually see Moments cards come in at around February, but I reckon they're going to give Moments cards for the Club Heroes around Christmas time to kind of maybe tie in with Footmas or whatever, and they'll be given dynamic images and even further boosts, and that's what I reckon they'll personally do with Club Heroes. I would be surprised if they're only going to get 1 variation throughout the whole year. I think they're going to get at least 2 versions, but yes, Cordoba there as an 87 rated Colombian. We only ever had 1 Colombian icon in the game, and that was Valderrama as a legend. So very nice to see a defender there for Cordoba. Joe Cole, 87 rated. He looks insane. really, really good. I mean, 90 pace and 91 dribbling. Shooting and passing is also going to be very good for the start of the game. He is going to be very, very sought after. Being English as well, he's going to be so expensive. Only 87 rated, but he looks one of the best cards available. Absolutely superb for him. Clint Dempsey, 85 rated. I think EA have been harsh on him. I think he should be 86 or 87 rated. I feel like they've been harsh on his overall stats as well. I mean, 85 shooting isn't bad. 84 dribbling, I suppose, as well, but passing only 81. He'll either be as a cam striker or a centre forward. I think he'll personally be a centre forward out of other positions because he often played the majority of position as a centre forward, but I think it's harsh, 85 rated for him. Morientes is an 88 rated. He looks pretty good. Very, very good shooting. Nice physicality. Dribbling might be a little bit low. Certainly won't be too bad for the start of the game, but on the whole, nice card for him. Mario Gomez, this one I just don't like. 88 rated, and I just see the 82 pace. I see the very low passing. And of course, passing isn't the most important part on a striker, but it's still, relatively important. So I was thinking, okay, well, fair enough, he's got fantastic shooting and maybe slightly low in dribbling and pace. Well, surely have good physicality. He doesn't. It's only 80 overall physicality, so he's not going to even be a good target man. I just feel that it's a card that just doesn't get me excited. And looking at his in-game stats, not excited for him at all, I've got to be honest. But anyway, into his German teammate, Koller, 89 rated. Now, he does look very good. I mean, his defending, his physicality is superb. Even dribbling and passing for a starter, centre-back, in this game is going to be fine. His pace still isn't too bad as well. Obviously, when you get towards Christmas time and from there on, you'd want his passing and pace to be better than what they are there. But, on the whole, I think for the first few months of the game, he's going to be more than good enough. Very, very nice indeed. Abdi Pele, 89 rated. Look at that. Pace, dribbling, absolutely insane. That link with Estienne is going to be absolutely fantastic. Only 81 shooting, no, but his passing is very nice as well. He is going to be, you literally buy it, and he's going to be very, very expensive because of the name and because of his insane pace and dribbling. He's certainly going to be able to more than rival a JJ Okocha card. He's going to be even better than JJ Okocha, and his passing sense, but just throw on a cam style to get his shooting up, and that's you're going to have a fantastic card. I want him really, really badly. Anyway. Di Natale, 88 rated. He looks insane, doesn't he? He might be the most expensive out of all of them. I mean, 90 for pace and dribbling, 91 shooting as well. Even his passing is really good as well, 86. He's better than a lot of striker icons in the game, isn't he? Like, this card's going to be into the millions for the first, few months of the game. As an 80, he looks so much better than an 88 rated card, but that's the rating that's been given to him based on what FootWatch has been able to get and find within the codes. But wow, does he look good? He'd even rival like base Pele's, wouldn't he? The 91 base Pele. He would literally. I'd be interested to see like how their base stats actually compare. Robbie Keane, 86 rated. You know what looks good? Only 86 rated, but actually looks really good. His pace is relatively nice. Shooting and dribbling is going to be good for a starting striker. Physicality not too bad. Passing for a starting striker again, really good. I think he's going to go under the radar a little bit. I think it'd be a good card to be able to use. I really, really do. So I'm actually quite a big fan of that card. Then we have Lars Ricken as an 85 rated. Not too bad. Will either be positioned as a cam, which I've gone for there, or maybe even as a centre mid potentially, but I went with him as a cam. He'd be okay. I don't think he'd set the world alight. I don't think he'd be terrible at the same time. I think, I know he comes out of, well, I'm assuming he's going to come out of PAX as a cam, but I feel like he'd be better played as a centre mid. And who knows, maybe he might come out of PAX as a centre mid. I think as a box-to-box midfielder, personally, that's where he's going to be better utilised. Jerzy Dudek, the 85 rated hero in the Champions League, of course, back in 2005. Decent cards. Only 85 rated. I think 85 rated for Dudek's fair. He had his moments, obviously, the Champions League final, but he wasn't the most insane goalkeeper. He was obviously decent. He was more than good enough. He was a part of Liverpool for a number of years, but he never really cemented the number one position that I can remember. I remember when he was playing, I was only kind of starting to kind of get into football and kind of starting to watch it on a consistent basis. And obviously, he was a very good penalty saver and and stuff like that. But I don't think him ever, as soon as, that season finished, Reina came in, didn't he? And became the number one over Dudek quite quickly. So, I think 85 rating for him is actually fair. But he deserves to be recognised as a club hero. I really, really do like that. Mostovoi, is that how you pronounce him? Russian. Played a lot of football for Celta Vigo back in the mid-noughties. Never heard of him, actually, but he looks a pretty decent card. Dribbling, shooting, passing doesn't look too bad. I quite like him as an 86 rated. I like the fact that EA have gone for players that I've actually never heard of. I find that really, really interesting. I really, really like that. He looks pretty decent as an 86 rated card. Solskjaer back. Now, obviously, he used to actually be a legend back in the day, wasn't he? Like in FIFA 16 and FIFA 17. Well, he's back now, but not as an icon. He's back as a club hero. An 86 rated. He was an 86, wasn't he? Or was he an 87 as a legend? I think he was an 86. Yeah, looks alright. I mean, shooting and pace is going to be okay for the start of the game. But come like November time, he'll probably tail off a little bit, to be honest. Freddie Lundberg, another one, back as an 86 rated. Again, he looks decent. Pace, dribbling, looks fairly nice. Joe Cole looks 10 times better than him, though, got to be honest. But he still looks decent. I think he'd still be well utilised for those early months in the game. And then we finished with an 85 rated Tim Cahill, who, I mean, physicality-wise and shooting isn't too bad, I suppose. But he's going to be pretty affordable, isn't it? You know, let's be honest. But for any Australian fans out there, it is a pretty exciting card. I think he deserves to have a club hero card. I reckon he could have been bumped up a little bit more than that. I think his physicality deserves to be higher than that. I think his shooting deserves to be higher than that. You know, remember that goal against the Dutch in the 2014 World Cup? Based on that, just give him like 87 shooting just off the bat. No one would be offended by that, would they? Let's be honest. But yeah, I feel like he could have been like an 86 overall rated. I think he kind of deserves that. But I mean, I really like this list of players that's being given, and who knows, there still might be a couple more players to be added as, obviously, you know, as club heroes. There are, you know, the 3 others that I mentioned before that we can't give overall ratings of because their in-game stats are still bugged at the moment. But let me guys know what one gets you excited. So I had to kind of pick my 3 that get me excited, which is going to be Pele's 89 rated cards. I'm gonna go with Robbie Keane as a bit of an outside shot. I think he might be pretty decent. And so I'll put him into there as a card that I'm looking forward to use. And then after that, I'm torn between Ginola and Di Natale. I think I'm going to go with Ginola on that one. So Ginola, Pele, and Robbie Keane are probably the most exciting ones that I've seen that I cannot wait to use. I mean, all of them I can't wait to use at some point and do reviews on. But let me guys know what ones catch your interest the most. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.